Hi, I'm Gerry McKelvie. I'm the site manager at Hermitage Pavilion. I'm working for Stewart Shields. It's a Passivhaus construction, the first of its type in this area. Well, the first of this type in Scotland, I believe. On this site, I started here at a very early stage. We were just trying to excavate the foundations when I came here, and I was involved with setting out the foundations, getting subcontractors here, discussing with the design team the problems that we had. We were digging away and the ground was sort of collapsing in on us because of the high water content here. We eventually got some experts in and decided that a well point system would be the best way forward, reduce the water table level, especially as we were using a future founds, a heavily insulated raft foundation, which involved a lot of polystyrene, which was just floating about in the water. We needed to stabilise the ground. We did that, and since then it's been liaising with the design team as and when things come up, as it always is on building sites, especially when you get Passivhaus. There's a clash of details, and assisted in sort of resolving these as we went, so as we could get the right materials on site for it to address it, and it kept the guys on site, kept them going. There was a survey done on this site before we started, and they did 4 boreholes. Now, we are sitting on 5 metres of sand, and sand, as you know, sand can hold a lot of water, can hold its own weight in water, but that water had nowhere to go. It was building up. As we dug down into it, we couldn't then form the foundations because it was in water. So the solution was, you've got to reduce the water table to stabilise the sand. Once you put the slab, which is a raft foundation, so if you can imagine, it's a large tray formed from polystyrene, and you pour the concrete into it. So once that concrete's on that tray, it will stabilise the sand below it. So the water will then come up, it'll still come up, but it'll come up outside the building and go and disappear. There's a natural burn over the side there. So the water will gradually go away, but the building is stable because the weight of the foundation is stabilising the sand below it. There's a road behind us here, an access road in, and the problem was as we were trying to dig this out, because of the level of it is so low in relation to the ground behind us, that the ground behind us was actually getting washed away by the force of the groundwater. And we didn't have a retaining wall design at that point. So we had to stop for a couple of weeks to get a design, which there was a gabion basket design to resolve it. And we processed that. We got the guy on site to do it. We got the well point system in, stabilised the ground, gabion baskets were up, and from then on it was very easy. There was no danger of the ground collapsing. The sand that we were working on was really hard, and we kept that going until such that a week after the concrete slab was poured was when we took the well point system out. There were special requirements, for the amount of insulation you had to put below the raft foundation and up the sides of it. There was also the problems with drainage coming through, which had to be, you couldn't run that through the insulation, you keep it below the insulation and then come up through it using special grommets to keep it airtight. It took a little bit more time, but there was no real problems with it. It was just because it was brand new to us.